Hello, my name is Ronald Clayton, and this is part 2 of the HR4783 from previous video. This is the video in reference to the 16-page pamphlet. During the viewing of this video, it would probably be better resolution for you to see the slides if you were to go into a full screen. I apologize for the quality of it, but I was just using the available scanner that I had to get the 16-page pamphlet into a video so that you would be able to get an idea of the information that is actually out there. In accordance to each slide, I had highlighted with colored boxes certain areas that would probably be of interest to each individual viewer. I won't go into detail on every slide, but there will be some slides where I will add some things to better inform you of what it is you're reading. At any point in time you are reading these slides, I highly advise that if you have a question, to write that question down, and then when you get the ability to contact the people involved on the last slide provided and ask them the questions that you have. Please feel free to pause the video so that you can get more ample time to read each slide, and especially the highlighted areas that are of interest to you and what pages are of interest to you. This was one of the slides I was referring to as making additional comments. Up in the red box, it states the payment calculation uses the sum of your 10 highest years of income in your IIM account to determine your share of the Trust Administration Fund. A bullet point is all of the $1,000 payments to historical accounting class members and attorney's fees, their expenses, including expenses of reimbursements and possibly incentive fees to class representatives. See question 33, and the cost of administrating and implementing the settlement. Congress has determined the payments or to trust administration class members should be increased for individuals whose payments are calculated to be 0 or greater than 0, but only if you would have received a smaller stage 2 payment. The green box is an example scale based off of the activity relating to the IIM account. If your account shows fewer than 10 years of income, a $0 amount will be used in the years for which no income has been recorded. Reversed transactions and transfers between an individual's accounts will not be included in that calculation. If you look at the orange box in this slide, this is in reference to the Trust Land Consolidation Fund. Trust Land Consolidation Fund is to be used to do 4 things: purchase the fractionated land interest, carry out the Trust Land Consolidation Program, further trust reform efforts, and set aside the $60 million Indian Scholarship. As far as selling your fractionized land interest, the Department of Interior states it will offer fair market value for the fractionized trust land. If you were to look at the slide toward the bottom where it says Indian Education Scholarship Fund, there is a little chart there, part that I have highlighted in purple. That is the land purchase price. This is the idea area of where the Department of Interior will make an offer for your land. And subsequent, depending on that offer price, if you look to the right of that, that is what you're going to contribute to the Indian College Fund that is being set up. But the main thing I want to call your attention to is the orange block toward the top, section 19, that states what happens to land when owners cannot be located. For fractionated interest that the Department of the Interior wishes to purchase, but whose owners cannot be located, the Interior will attempt to find missing class members. This will be done through the publication of notice in an appropriate newspapers and newsletters for a period of 6 months. Now, after 5 years, the settlement is granted final approval. Class members whose whereabouts are unknown after diligent efforts have been made by the federal government, i.e. the Department of Interior, to locate them. They, being the individual landowners, will be assumed to have consented to the transfer of their fractionated interest in their Indian Land Consolidation Funds, and their Indian Land Consolidation Funds will be deposited into an IIM account. This orange box on this particular slide basically states what you are giving up as part of the settlement. So if you choose to take part into this settlement, and again, it is your option, the settlement becomes final. You will give up your right to sue the federal government for the claims being resolved by the settlement. The specific claims you are giving up against the federal government are described in sections A, paragraphs 14, 15, and 21 of the settlement agreement. You will be releasing the federal government and all related people as described in section 1 of the settlement agreement. This agreement is available at www.indiantrust, that's all one word, .com. Again, I have provided the contact information for you to use in case you have any questions. I am not an attorney and I cannot offer any legal advice. However, I do recommend that if you have questions, please feel free to contact the people on that list or consult an attorney of your own. Thank you for watching.